Okay, so joined by Jack Taylor, a sleepy Jack Taylor, but he did get a bit of sleep. I mean, talking about the game, I mean, you must be pleased as a group because that was as near to a 90-minute performance as you've probably had this season.
Yeah, I mean, I think we started the first half a bit sharper than we normally have in recent games. We had chances in the first half that I think we should have been 1 or 2-0 up coming into half time, but we know what we're like. We're so resilient in how we perform over 90 minutes. If we got in at half time, we knew their home form was good. I think they didn't lose a game or something in 2021. So we knew it was a hard place to go, but we will create chances if we defended well and kept a solid and compact shape. But no, I'm delighted with the win.
Yeah, and obviously scoring so soon into the second half seems a bit of a trend. Obviously, done it in the last couple of games, and it must be so refreshing to come at 0-0 and then score within 20 seconds. It really does set the second half up nicely for you.
I know. I don't know how many goals we've scored in like the first 10 minutes of the second half, but it feels like we do it every week. And it's not a bad habit, but just seems like we're so on the front foot in the start of the second half. Like we just start attacking straight away. We're getting more numbers in the box, things like that. But no, it was a really good start, and it set up for a 3-point night.
Yeah, and obviously Joe Ward making a couple of goals. I think he's on 10 assists now in 20 games, which is ridiculous, really, for a winger, given the fact he's been out and obviously been playing wing back as well. And I guess from a midfield point of view, playing centrally, if you've got the wing backs or wingers in those kind of positions, it can half make your life easier.
Yeah, as well. Like I know when Wardy or Dems is in wide areas, they're going to try and get the ball in the box. Like the gaffer said at half time, we need more balls to be put in the box, because we thought that was a weakness of theirs. So every time Wardy's on it, I'm trying to arrive in the box and just try and get on the end of things. But he's got so much quality in his crosses, and he takes so much care. And he's obviously supplying with loads of assists this year.
In terms of the third goal, obviously your goal, I don't know if it was a relief sort of squeal you let out when the ball hit the net. I mean, you seemed really almost relieved rather than delighted.
It was more of a relief because I hit one 5 minutes before or something like that, and it almost left the stadium and landed in France, I think. But yeah, it was more of just a relief of. I don't think personally it was my best game, and I've been chasing for a goal for a couple of weeks now because I haven't scored in a while. So I wanted to score, and it was just more of a relief more than anything.
You scored a few like that, but that was probably your best one just because of the way that the ball sort of moved away, similar to Bristol Rovers, I guess, away from home. But yeah, in terms of the strike, because of where it ended up, it looked a picture-perfect goal.
Yeah, I know. It's different to the Bristol Rovers one a little bit because I think I took a touch at Bristol Rovers, so I couldn't get more of like the bend on it. But the way Dems has rolled it across me, I've had to just hit across. I think that's the only way that could go in if it was to bend like that way, sort of thing. So rather than strike through it, I've half sliced it, which some of the lads think I actually didn't mean. But no, it was a great finish. I'm just delighted to get on the score sheet.
Yeah, and obviously 5 successive wins, obviously 3 games in a row where we've won the second half 3-0. Obviously takes you top of the table, albeit with a long way to go. But in terms of the group and the mentality that the gaffer spoke about, you must feel like you're in a good place, like he's been saying you are.
We've always been like a strong bonded group, even from the start of the season, which I think is really important. Like we've had tough spells, like around like the Chorley game, we had tough spells where we had to pick each other up. But I think we needed it. It's turned out to be, it's worked out for the best, really. But we know even if we keep a clean sheet, we're going to create chances in a game. So our odds on winning games are probably higher than others. But no, we've got goals all across the team, and we're making a habit of keeping clean sheets at the minute, which is really important.
Obviously, Wigan at home on Saturday had a good win themselves last night, and I guess from a mentality point of view, showed against Gillingham and also in the recent game against Wimbledon at home that the mindset has to be right to get the results, and which is where you are at this moment in time. And I guess that's what you're going to be looking for on Saturday to make sure that nothing sort of creeps into the psyche.
Yeah, of course. You see the results in our league. Anyone could beat anyone, sort of thing. So we've just got to take every game as it comes and treat every game as it's like massive 3 points. And it's because we want to stay at the top now. We don't just want to be in and around it. We want to be at the top, and I think we've got the quality to do that. But yeah, it's just about staying concentrated, keeping the mindset fresh, and because physically we look strong. with the running stats are really good and things like that. But yeah, it's all good all round.
The manager obviously dedicated the win on Saturday to Bobby Coppin. I know the players have been putting a lot of stuff on social media about him, and someone obviously that's been with the group as long as probably Bobby has as well. He's such a good lad, isn't he? And he's took everything in his stride. But so sad for anyone to have to give up the game they love at such a young age.
Yeah, Bobby's a great lad. He was one of the first lads that I spoke to when I first stepped through the door, because he's got the same agency as me. Was chatting to him, and I think he's just dealt with the situation so well. Like I don't think I'll be able to. I don't know what I would do if I was in this situation. So credit to him. I know he's got backing of his family, who are really supportive. But it's so good seeing all the messages and stuff like that on social medias. But yeah, he's a great lad, and I'm pretty sure he'll have a good future.
So there's a couple of fan questions that came in last night. Some random ones, but some we can ask. Someone said, "Have you always played midfield your whole football career?"
Funny story is I actually made my debut in League Two with Barnet at right back.
Okay.
So that was Yeovil Town away. I played right back, kept a clean sheet, 1-0. So I was buzzing with that. But when I was younger, I used to be like the versatile player where I think I could play anywhere. But then since especially when I come to Posh, like I've just been centre mid just the whole way through. Like I've not been moved around that much. But as long as I'm playing, I don't really care. Like if it was to put me right back now, I'll have the ump a little bit, but I think I'll still do it.
I don't think you get in there, mate. To be fair, someone said, "Why do you all score bangers?" There's not many tap-ins in your certainly in your Posh career.
Yeah, I know. I struggle to get the tap-ins, so I'm thinking every time I get the ball in and around 20 to 25 yards, I fancy myself, so I just have a pop.
Someone's used the word roadmap, which I suppose is traditional at this moment in time. What's your 5-year football roadmap? I guess for any footballer, you want to get at the top, but you must be pleased with how you're progressing as an individual at this moment in time.
What was that word he used?
Roadmap, as in, like Boris's roadmap to get out.
Oh, roadmap.
Yeah, the sort of plan for the next 5 years. But, as you say, I suppose you're just happy at the moment that you're making one step to take the next few.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm just doing what I'm just enjoying my football at the minute, to be honest. Scoring goals, winning games, and obviously top of the league. You can't ask for more than that.
Someone say, what's your favourite goal for the club? Was it last night or?
Favourite goal was probably my debut goal, just because my mum and dad were there at the game, and obviously the fans were in, and just the way that all the lads celebrated with me. I think, that was probably my favourite goal. But best goal was probably last night.
Yeah. Aaron asked, what's it like working under the gaffer? I suppose the gaffer playing your position. By his own admission, he said he probably centre circle was his domain. He said last night, actually, when he was looking at the pitch, he said it's a big pitch. That centre circle looks a bit too big for me. I mean, it must be nice to play under someone who's played in that position.
Yeah. I think he's a bit more specific on what he wants his midfielders to do, because I think that's his more area of expertise sort of thing. But no, I really enjoyed playing for the gaffer, and I think he's put so much trust in me that I think I just need to pay him back with wins and good performances every week.
Someone said, who's got the best banter in the dressing room?
Banter? I'm not going to say Sammy, because he's going to get gas from it. I'll probably say, who's funny? I like that. Dan Butler's funny.
Yeah. In a weird way?
In a weird way, yeah. Pimmy's funny. I like Pimmy. Yeah, I'll probably go Pimmy, actually. More on my wavelength.
Yeah. Someone actually says, do you practice long shots in training? I don't think, it's not something I guess you can really practice in training. It's not
I'll join in shooting drills, but it's not like, I wouldn't call it long range shooting. I'll just it would just be like a striker's finishing drill that I'll just join in with. But I don't really seem to get them sort of chances, so everything's more like 10 yards back. But I don't think, you can't really practice for something like that. There's no drills or anything you can do apart from just focusing on your technique and how you kick the ball.
This is a 10th one. Who'd win in an arm wrestle, you or your brother?
Me and my brother? My brother, probably.
Wow. What's the biggest difference between the National League and League One football?
Obviously, standouts, the quality and the work rate and how much you have to cover and things like that. But there are some good quality players in the National League. I know that's so, but you'll get some obviously not so good teams. they just want to lump it. But yeah, the biggest difference is just the quality and the quality of players you're playing with, more than anything else.
Who's the worst dressed player at the club?
Worst dressed?
Yeah.
I don't even know. There's not been that many opportunities for us to see everyone's gear. I'm trying to think. I don't know, mate. I honestly don't know.
Well, we'll ask that question in a year's time when people can actually go out and
yeah, that's what I mean. You can't see. All I see is everyone in their training gear.
Yeah, it's not a good look. And the final question, which is from Connor, and he asked a stupid question to Sammy and didn't get a really good answer, to be fair. But if animals could talk, which animal would be the rudest?
Would be the rudest?
Yeah. That's a good question.
Cat. Cat. I'll say a cat.
Cats are quite angry, aren't they?
They're so unpredictable, aren't they? Like, you go to like stroke it and it would just hiss or something at you. I can't deal with cats. So probably saying rude, isn't they?
Yeah, we'll go with cats. Brilliant. Well, thank you for your time, Jack. Appreciate it.